All right, today we are diving deep into the wild and, let's be honest, terrifying world of nature's deadliest creatures. We're going to explore what it really means to be deadly, and I can pretty much guarantee the answer is not at all what you're thinking.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. When I say the words deadliest creature, what's the very first image that pops into your head? Go on, think about it for a second. Got it? Okay, hold that thought.
I'm willing to bet it's something like this. You know, a powerful apex predator with some serious teeth and claws, like a tiger. Or maybe the ultimate hunter of the seas, the great white shark. These guys are basically the classic movie monsters of the animal kingdom, right?
But what if I told you that the animal responsible for the most human deaths every single year is, well, something you've probably just swatted away without a second thought? Yeah, the real top killer is way smaller and honestly, a lot more effective.
Take a look at this number, 725,000. Just let that sink in for a moment. What on earth do you think that represents?
That's right. That massive number is the estimated count of humans killed by mosquitoes every single year. Not sharks, not lions, not even crocodiles. It's a tiny, buzzing insect that most of us just find annoying. And, I mean, just look at the scale of this. It is absolutely staggering. The mosquito's death toll just dwarfs everything else. Snakes come in at a distant second, and the big predators we're all scared of, like crocodiles, they barely even register on the same chart. It's not even close.
So, a fact like that, it just forces us to completely rethink our whole definition of deadly, doesn't it? It's clearly not just about a single violent attack. It's about a creature's entire killer's toolkit.
And if we broaden the definition a bit, we see that an animal is considered deadly if it can kill any other organism. So this shifts our whole perspective, right? It's not just about what's dangerous to us humans, it's about understanding the life and death game across the entire animal kingdom.
And this really boils down to three main strategies. First, you've got your classic predators, the ones who hunt for their food. Then you have the defenders. Think of something like a porcupine or a pufferfish, animals that only get deadly when they feel threatened. And finally, you have the parasites, like our friend the mosquito, who kill in a much sneakier way by spreading disease.
But okay, let's start with the one we all know and love, the classic killers who just rely on sheer, overwhelming power. We're talking about pure brute force. This is the world of muscles, jaws, and claws.
As one source puts it, when animals clash, size and strength can help them stay alive. I mean, it makes sense. These creatures use their physical weapons, their teeth and claws, with absolutely lethal effect. And it really doesn't get much more physically imposing than the legendary giant squid. I mean, this thing is pure nightmare fuel. Living way down in the dark, it uses 8 powerful arms and 2 massive tentacles to snatch its prey, and then it just tears it apart with a sharp hooked beak, a true monster of the deep.
But brute force isn't always about being huge. You've got to check this out. This is the peacock mantis shrimp. It's a pretty small crustacean, but it packs one of the most powerful punches in all of nature. Its little clubs swing with the speed of a bullet, literally, creating enough force to shatter crab shells or even the glass of an aquarium. Just incredible power in such a tiny package.
Okay, so we've seen the very obvious danger of a physical blow. Now let's pivot to a totally different kind of weapon, one that's more subtle, more hidden, and in a lot of ways, much more terrifying. This is where size really doesn't matter.
So we're shifting gears. Brute force is big, it's strong, it's obvious, you can see it coming. But venom? Venom is small, it's chemical, and it's often completely hidden until it's way too late.
And here's a perfect example. Meet the blue-ringed octopus. It's beautiful, isn't it? And it's barely bigger than your fist. But its bite delivers an incredibly powerful neurotoxin, one with no anti-venom, making it one of the most toxic animals in the entire ocean. It's all the proof you need that the smallest creatures can pack the deadliest punch.
So you've got these two completely different strategies for being deadly, right? One relies on just overwhelming physical power, and the other uses invisible chemical warfare. It just goes to show you how incredibly diverse deadliness can be in the animal world.
And all of this brings us right back to where we started. It really is time to rethink what we mean when we say something is an apex predator. Because it is so clearly not just about who's the biggest or the strongest or has the sharpest teeth. Being deadly is all about strategy. It's about millions of years of evolution finding the most efficient, the most effective way to survive, whether that's with a powerful bite or a powerful parasite.
Which leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to chew on.
If a creature you can barely even see is responsible for more human deaths than all the great predators combined, then who or what is truly at the top of the food chain?